What is up, everybody? What is up? We are here. It's Monday. I got Joe here as always. What's up, Joe? And my man, Coach Craig, is hanging out. I was just hanging out with him in Madison at the live draft. What a good time. It has been a while since I've seen you, so it's great to give you a big hug. Sorry we're a little late. Before we get into it, my man Joe is swimming in some water. He got caught up in his water jug, and good thing he's got the floaties on. Just kidding.
It's better my water than my old fashioned, you know.
What do you think, Coach? Man, I mean, you were there last year at Madison. This was my first time down there, so I mean, you said it was a little bit different from last year, but I thought the event was still fun. Good place, good environment.
We had one extra division this year, so there's 3 drafts going on at once. Last year we had more of like the back across the way there, and the silent auction was kind of off to what it would have been like the right if you're facing like when you're walking in. And this year the silent auction stuff is a little bit more cramped because of that too. And you know, at the end of the day, it's still a good event. And like I drafted upstairs both years, which is kind of nice because like you got your own little like room space up there. But
no, I mean, I think drafting up there would have been more fun from where I was drafting at. I mean, we had our board was over by the pool tables, but it was all right, man. It was still fun. I had a blast. It was good to see some people there. Jim Coventry, man, it was really good catching up with him.
Coventry, Rachel, Coach, you guys. I mean, there was a lot of good people there.
Tom McGlynn was there, dude. It was a lot. It was a good time, man. There were some good people. So yeah, I had fun. It was a drive for me, but
how far you drive? How far of a drive is that?
4 hours and 4 hours 15 minutes. It was a drive for me. So I mean, we hung out there too. So I gotta tell this before we start drafting real quick. My girl's been teaching me, like, I used to play a lot of pinball. My girl now, but I haven't played in a long time. My girl is really big into it. So every time we go out, we like play pinball. She kicks my ass every time. So we were in Madison and we went to, I think it's called Double Tap, which is kind of like it's like a gaming. They got like games, like, you know, it's kind of like a Dave and Buster's, but really small, but smaller. Mm-hmm. And they got a lot of pinball machines there, and they had the Star Wars one, dude. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, number 2 overall scorer on that game right here. I left a legacy there. I got to put my initials in and everything, bro. I went off last night.
Hey,
it's coming back.
Where's Ricky Bobby? If you ain't in first, you're in last.
That's true. I'll take number 2 after how bad I've been playing lately. My girl kicked my ass in some Frogger. I was on level 1 and she was on level 4. I couldn't keep up. All right, so tonight we got some Scott Fishbowl mocks. Like we were talking about a little bit earlier, you know, Coach Craig and I, we got to do our live first 10 rounds this past weekend. And I know Joe, his is coming up here on the 20th of July, and I'll be hosting one on the 12th. And Rick is also hosting one. So I'll be hosting one in Minneapolis. Joe will be at one in Boston. I know Carla will be doing a show, like a live show, where she'll be talking about what's going on there. I know Joe might know a little bit more about that, but also Rick is going to be hosting a live draft out in Houston. So a lot of fun going on, man. A lot of fun. This is great. We have a full group tonight. What do you think, Joe? Are you excited for Boston?
Yeah, it's actually in Foxborough this year, which is about 40 minutes from Boston. So, but it's right outside the Gillette Stadium, you know, the cathedral where Brady played, and really looking forward to that. I've seen some pictures of the actual venue, the outside deck and whatnot. Yeah, you know, we got I believe we got four divisions, which is 2 less. We had 6 last year, but we had the big ballroom last year.
Yeah, the gala.
So
the gala was in Chicago this year.
Yes. Pete was supposed to be here and talk about that tonight, but he couldn't make it, so we'll have to wait on that story.
It'll be a good one. I mean, we still got next week. We're still going to be doing these because, you know, none of the online drafts have started yet, so we'll be doing more of these next week as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to start this up.
Online starts the 14th, right?
I think so.
I can't remember because like I'm in Tadpole, so like the Scott Fish Bowl and Tadpole, one of them starts on the 12th online, and the other one starts on the 14th. So I can't remember.
So Tadpole Bowl, like he's talking about, is a new one this year that's being put on. I hate to misplace his name. Who's the
Eric Froton?
Eric Froton, and he's going to be here in Minneapolis as well. But yeah, so Tadpole Bowl is basically college fantasy football.
College fantasy football, Scott Fish Bowl version of college fantasy football. All the, it's a charity league still, so all this stuff's going to go towards fantasy cares and everything else like that. They're having, I think, four live events: Minneapolis, Las Vegas, Austin, and Atlanta. Atlanta was last weekend. I think Vegas is still coming up.
No, Vegas already happened. That's the
Vegas already happened too.
Yeah, that's how it pops off. Vegas pops it off.
Vegas went first.
Yeah, it was like Vegas, NorCal, and dang it, who was the other one? Vegas, NorCal, and somebody else started it off. Cincy last week. Cincy, Atlanta. No, Atlanta was this week, right? Saturday.
Yeah, Atlanta was this week. So I think Vegas was last week, so Vegas was last week, Atlanta's this past weekend, and then Austin must be this coming up week for Tadpole, and then Minneapolis after that.
Damn, Gibbs is still here? Okay.
Yeah, the first 6 picks are kind of like, it doesn't, it varies. It's the same 6-7 guys that just the order's all mixed up.
Unless you're in Dallas, what happened within Rick's where somebody took A-Chan at number 1? Was it number 1? Was it number 1?
I saw that board.
I'll say too. There's variance too, because like you got Malik Neighbors in the second round, right?
Hell yeah, I did at 4.
I think Pete
come around from the 4,
too, right?
What was that?
I think Pete did too.
Yeah, Pete got him, but he
in my league, in
the second round. That's crazy.
Yeah, my division, he went 5th overall. I had the 8th pick in mine, and like if he was there, I was probably going to take him, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I like the volume. I think for me in this, what I'm looking at is potential volume or guys that can score first downs or touchdowns. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Volume is definitely king in this format for sure. That's a good. That's great.
Yeah,
value
Bowers is who I took in the real life draft for my division. Like I was at 8, and I'm like, I'll take Bowers, I'll take Neighbors. Whoever's there. Neighbors went 5th. Bowers luckily fell to 8th.
5th. Jeez, that's rich.
I don't know, man. He's gonna catch a lot of balls.
I know that. I get that, but
even if Dart plays, he's gonna catch a lot of balls.
But I mean, like, look at what he did last year with the crappy quarterback play that they had. Russell Wilson has to be better than that.
Yeah, but does he go? He had 170 targets last year.
He'll get it again this year because there's nobody else to throw to.
Like, Devonta Adams, dude. Devonta Adams, everywhere he's played, it doesn't matter what quarterback he's had over. I mean, fuck. When he played with Raiders, he had like 170 targets. You're like, holy shit, 160. It was like 164. Well, it's like that's insane. It doesn't matter. You're like, if you're getting that many targets, you're gonna probably catch 120 balls or even 110 balls.
Right. So we're counting on him being a little more efficient with better quarterbacks.
That's 110 points, dude. That's a lot already for
Yes, you see, Russell Wilson's a little bit more accurate than Drew Lock, at least. So there's that, and Daniel Jones. And I believe like Tim Boyle started a game, didn't he?
It was bad, though. Didn't Tommy Cutlets play one game too?
Oh, he played multiple games.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah,
I love when his agent's out there on the field.
Spaghetti saying, I'm pretty sure that guy is. Oh, I got sniped on Neighbors coming back around.
Damn.
He's supposedly. I think he's from the Boston area. I don't know who he is, but somebody told me he's from the Boston area originally. His agent. Yeah.
I was gonna say DeVito's from New Jersey.
No, not DeVito. The agent.
He's probably from Jersey too. Then he's like a family friend.
But he could have like grown up in Boston or
What
something.
up, Steve? Steve is with us. Steve D'Angelo.
What up, Steve? Oh, my bad. Go ahead. You got that.
Should I do this one?
Salem, Mass.
Mass.
My wife with the info. All right.
It's coming in quick. McCaffrey, Henry. All right. Hey, tell your story about the McCaffrey thing you sent me earlier. Joe.
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble though.
Why?
So I seen McCaffrey walking out of a store with his with a girl kind of holding him up, and this guy was wearing a red McCaffrey jersey, and he was walking out with a limp, like he was legit limping, like he was injured, and his girl had to like hold him by his arm. So I took a little shot of it and sent it to JC, and I was like, make sure you fade CMC if this isn't a sign, man. Then I don't know what you're on the clock.
5 seconds too, huh?
Yep. Lad.
I didn't see Drake there. I didn't see Drake there. Damn it! I would have took Drake.
Brian Thomas Jr. Seconds rich for Lad.
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna get a lot of targets too.
Yeah, he will, but it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't do that in the second round. He's also a guy that had a lot of injuries at Georgia, though, too.
Yeah, I would have took Drake London there instead.
I would have took Brian Thomas Jr. 9 days out of the week.
Brian Thomas
Jr.
You're not worried about Trevor Lawrence? No, I still have hesitance.
I mean, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is ever going to be the golden boy that everybody said he's going to be. He's going to be inconsistent as shit because that's Trevor Lawrence. Shit, I would take him. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I would take over Drake London too. How many running backs we got gone so far? Bijan, Saquon, Gentry, Gibbs, McCaffrey, Henry, Echan. So probably the ones that should go. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT,
yeah.
He was on every girl's wall back in the day.
Oh, I got a decision to make on my pick. Don't worry, this guy's going to snipe me again.
I would say this is a super flex league, but we should have put the rules up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you don't have to start any quarterbacks.
Give me Garrett Wilson, I guess. No, so there's 11 spots, 2 super flex spots, 9 flex spots. So you can pretty much start whoever the heck you want. In Pete's draft, the guy next to him drafted 10 running backs in 10 rounds. In my draft, the guy that drafted number 1 overall drafted 9 straight running backs and then Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like, the construction is completely out the window.
No, if you want to start 11 running backs, you can. If you want to start 11 wide receivers, you can. If you want to start 2 quarterbacks and 9 wide receivers, you can. If you want to start 11 tight ends, you could.
The roster construction means nothing this year, that's for sure.
No, I like it.
Yeah, you best player, you go after
draft
the best
player. You want. If you don't want to draft a single running back, don't draft any running backs. I'm okay with that. Maybe I'll try that for this draft.
Yeah, I think so in my draft, I took 1 running back and was Gibbs.
You took Brees Hall. You like Brees Hall that much?
Yeah, I think he's gonna get receptions.
You like him better than Bucky Irving and Kyron Williams?
Well,
I do. I do.
Somebody else later that I like better than Bucky Irving. I'll get White. He's gonna do just fine.
Yeah, but they're talking about doing more Bucky this year too.
They can talk all they want. It doesn't matter whoever performs. It doesn't matter if whoever performs is what happens. Who's gonna get the ball.
I'd also rather have Kyron Williams 10 times out of 10 over Breece Hall.
Why?
Because he's better.
I don't know. I think he's being disrespected. I think he's just fine. He's a baller, and
Aaron Glenn. They said they want to do the Lions approach and use multiple running backs. Kyron Williams at the end of the third is a steal, though.
I think he'll get broken.
I was going to say I like Kyron, but I have concerns about him all year. I mean, it's baked into it. End of the third round. End of the third round. Craig is right. It's baked in to the end of the third round, though. As far as
I'd rather have Kyron than Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, and Bucky Irving, and Chase Brown too. Ooh, fourth round for Marion Hampton. That's a little early. Hey, I like Mel's team here. Saquon, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Kittle, and Adams. That's a pretty good start.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start. She's smart, man. She's a smart woman. She's grown. That's what happens when you go. She literally came in and started playing against some of the hardest fantasy players, and she listens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you learn.
Yeah, I learned somehow.
6-point passing touchdowns, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll go. I think I might take one. Yeah, I might grab Baker.
I'll tell you what. How far did Dak fall in your draft, JC?
Dak Prescott? I don't know if he's gone.
What?
I don't know if he went.
He hadn't gone in 10 rounds. He fell pretty far in ours. I'm just like, he's there, but I'm like, I already drafted 2 quarterbacks. So but like at this point, it's like he's such a value. It's like, well, if he stays healthy, it's easy.
Oh, he went in the 7th round.
Yeah, he went in the 7th or 8th in ours. I don't remember which, but it's just like at that price, why not? Like he could be a top 5 fantasy quarterback, and if you give him in the 8th round,
he is. If he plays 17 games, he definitely has a shot at making the top 5.
And then there's the people with the narratives. Well, he's only good in odd number years. No, he only plays every game in odd number years, apparently.
So
he's great when he doesn't get hurt.
He is, yeah, definitely.
So Jim Coventry in our league, he was in the 1 pick, and he went Jamar Chase, Drake London, and then 3-4 turn, he went Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields.
I'm not high on Fields. Like
I'm high on Baker though. The dude throws touchdowns. He runs for first downs. He's got a lot of balls and guts, and they're putting more players there for him to be successful. I'm okay with that. If I can't get Burrow, I'm looking for Baker or Herbert. I think in that round. I think I got Herbert in the 5th round. Yeah, I was lucky to get Herbert in the 5th round. He came back to me, and the guy in front of me had McConkey, and he let him go. I was like, oh my gosh, you should never have done that. Thank you for the gift.
I ain't big on stacks. Like, I don't like forcing stacks. You can never force this.
In the 5th round, that's not a forced stack. That's not a force.
But it's just like, okay, like if you have a decision point, like for me, I'm trying to think what my decision point.
You got Jalen Hurts too, so you don't need to go there.
I think what was it like last round, like the 10th round? I was between Jaden Higgins and somebody else. And I just took Jaden Higgins because I had Stroud already.
Yeah, Kamaro's a good pick there too. I like that.
Kamara in the 4th round. I think Kamara in this format in general is.
I'll tell you what, though. So like here, Tyreek went 4th round, right? Like in our draft, Tyreek went like 7th round. I almost took him in the 6th, but I'm just like,
We are going to do a drafters draft after this. Obviously, we always do a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a pause in between our shows. Basically, what I'm going to do is shut down, run over to my girl's house, hang out there, do some drafters. So she's at work. I'll hang out. We'll do some drafters. Joe and I. He'll probably
$20 draft.
Yeah, it's $20 because right now that's all they got going right now. So yeah, that's they just closed. I think just closed out their $2. They'll usually post another one, but
what he's not telling you guys out there. He's gonna go over to his girl's house and then eat all her food.
We had what did we have? She made me earlier. She made me was it a bacon and egg sandwich or shit? Was bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Tomorrow we're gonna make some tacos on the. I got her Blackstone grill, so we're gonna make some tacos on the grill.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah! You met my girl. She's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let her do things.
Yeah. They gave him I don't have a quarterback yet, right? No, I don't.
What's
I
the
just-
quarterback?
So
Who needs a quarterback?
Dustin Lucky was at that draft as well at yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was fun to talk to. I love talking to Dustin.
Should I take somebody to make Joe go crazy?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it. Take a running back. Why not?
Did you see that I had him in my queue? No.
Yes, they got super special psychic powers.
I don't know because JC's the one that JC's got his board up, not mine. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I'm looking straight through your computer screen.
Run.
Jeez.
What?
I'm gonna give you some money to play some online poker if you got that kind of power.
Yep.
And see through people's computer screens.
I'll tell you what, though, like yesterday in my draft, Henderson was like the last of like the bigger rookies to go for running backs. I'm like, that's not bad value where he went on. I think it was the 6th.
Who?
Henderson.
So in our draft, I think he went right before I took Herbert in the 5th round.
Yeah, I think he went 6th of mine. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is signing with the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
No more Timberwolves for you, buddy.
No more nah. Hey, we got Joe Ingles for another year. My girl loves Joe Ingles. He's like, she got to let him inbound the ball. He's the best at that.
He's one of the weirdest NBA players too, because he's like this white guy that looks like he has no athleticism at all.
He's good. He's actually pretty good.
Well, he used to be really good before he messed up his knee.
Yeah, Australian guy, but we got another Australian center too, so it might be nice for him to like kind of come in and mentor him a little bit.
They got an Australian center.
Yeah, we got a guy from here's what's crazy, dude. We got another Frenchman, another guy from Australia. So we got a Frenchman. If they keep Gobert around, they're gonna be like,
yeah, you're like he was pissed that he got drafted there. I'm like, if you're from France, why wouldn't you want to learn from Rudy Gobert? Like
he looked pissed, dude. His whole family looked pissed. I don't know, man. He's 18. You're not playing on a team at 18.
Well, he's not gonna play for 2 years, but like you can learn after one of the other like best Frenchmen. Chef.
We also re-signed some. I mean, I think they're signing the right people. They signed Randall back. They signed Nas back. So,
yeah, but they need a point guard.
Yeah, I know they do. I think they need to make a trade.
Darius Garland.
I'll take anybody that can shoot.
But the Chef TPDB Bulls are doing Bulls things still. Yeah, that's what happens when you let Jerry Reinsdorf's son run the team since 2013. Granted, Jerry Reinsdorf can't run the team
either. Bulls got a Frenchman and an Australian as well.
Bulls stink. Yes, Pete. There's a reason that I gave up on the Bulls like 12 years ago.
Bulls gonna Bulls. Then they also trade what's his name?
Yeah, they traded Lonzo Ball for
Ball.
Freaking Okoro. That's like I can shoot better than Okoro. And that's not even a lie.
He said 100% they're horrible.
The last time I rooted for the Bulls was when they were about to knock the Celtics out of the playoffs, and then Rondo broke his finger or his thumb, and the Bulls' offense just completely
good old playoff Rondo
because they didn't have their natural point guard anymore. I remember that.
I'll tell you right now, dude, he played really well for the Celtics when they won in their championship.
He was an incredible point guard. Like what a point guard is supposed to do.
That was such an awesome run to see KG finally get a championship for how man.
Yeah.
Yep.
He deserved it.
Yep. was never going to get on the Timberwolves. They suck.
They did. Don't hate on Zerbiak, though, Mr.
Wally World.
Wally.
Yeah, Pete said I stopped watching after Derrick Rose. Pretty much me too. Like he got hurt versus the Cavs, or did he get hurt versus the Cavs or the game or the series before the Cavs? I can't remember which one. And after that, I was just like, I'm done with this. I also hate Joakim Noah, like with a passion.
No, I love Noah. He has the best autograph ever.
The biggest tool in the world. He's literally the biggest tool in the world. And
He still plays there?
What?
He still plays there?
No, he hasn't played in years.
Was that to do with the big hair and like he was always
he shot free throws like a woman with two hands.
Yeah, and he screamed like a woman too, like in the press conferences and stuff.
And anytime somehow he won Defensive Player of the Year once. I don't understand how, because anytime he went against a real center, he just got bullied into submission. And it's just, I had a custom Bulls jersey number 13 because 13 is my favorite number. And then he got drafted the next year, and I'm like, I hate this guy.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him either. I agree with that take, Coach.
Man, I'm drafting a lot of running backs at 6. It's different.
RJ Harvey.
I think Sam has all running backs. He does.
Yeah, he's going to be that guy.
He's got some good ones, though. McCaffrey.
There's one in every draft. Yeah, but he drafted Quinshon Judkins. He sucks. I want a Caleb Johnson too. Why'd you have to talk about him having all running backs? Maybe if you didn't say that, he would have drafted a wide receiver. I kind of want a Caleb Johnson there, to be honest. We're gonna pivot. We'll take another Patriot. I am now a Patriots fan, apparently.
He is a running quarterback. He'll get some first downs.
I like Drake May. God, who's I talking to? No, that's when we were talking to Matt Record there, because I think he was a closet Patriots fan, and they're like, these people were talking crap about Drake May. I'm like, he played behind the worst offensive line of football, and they had like the worst wide receiver unit, and he looked good. Like, why would you talk crap about that guy?
I think he averaged more yards per rush than Daniels and Lamar.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, the kid's good, and he got thrown into the worst situation possible, and he still looked all right.
He did all right, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for him.
And the offensive line should be better this year.
A little bit better coaching, definitely for sure too. I don't want. Listen, McDaniels as an offensive coordinator is good.
Who?
Josh McDaniels, that coordinator.
I like Van Pelt though. Van Pelt does good things. Like he
wasn't terrible. He wasn't terrible. Yeah.
They should have kept him around as a quarterback coach at least.
Dude, I think Hunter went in the second round of our drafts. Where did he go in your draft?
Who?
Hunter.
Like pick 6.
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Woo!
He went in either right before or right after Malik Neighbors.
So there is some IDP stuff in this, but I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna get that much.
We'll see what they do with him. Like it's one of those things. Like it's a big gamble. Like if he plays some defense and he gets defensive scoring, yeah. But like at the same time, like if he plays defense, like let's just say he's actually a lockdown corner, or you barely you don't get points for being a lockdown corner.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I agree with that. They don't throw to that side all that much.
Here's the thing, too. Remember, a lot of people last year they bought into the returner stuff.
Yeah.
So is that going to be a thing where people get too excited about a player, where they think the upside could be insane, but it really doesn't?
I mean, last year, look at some of the guys that I know everybody was excited about Shaheed because of it, but he got hurt.
He got hurt. That doesn't matter.
People were drafting Xavier Gibson in the 10th round because they're like, oh, he's the just wide receiver 3 and he punt returns. And what did he do last year?
Nothing. Yeah.
I think I took Turpin in the 15th or the 16th. Yeah, in the 15th, and it was the only one I took. I didn't target any other one. I picked up Eric Gray one week and used him as a bye week filler, and he actually got 18 points. So on two returns.
Coach on the clock.
What do you think, my boy?
Mandrews, I got him on my team, and I got Warren on my team. I love that. I got them both.
I don't know. Like, everybody talks so much shit about Mark. People
Dude,
act like
I got Andrews.
Mark Andrews is bad, though. Like, he's not bad. He's always good. Like,
he is always good.
I got him in that 8th round.
He has like a 3-week stretch where he's not that great, and then the rest of the year he's fucking awesome.
He can't be any type of injured. If he has any type of injury, I feel like he doesn't perform well. When he's healthy and rolling, Lamar, that's his go-to guy, especially in the red zone.
Jordan Addison.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give him. He's probably gonna be out for 3 games, but give him to me.
I don't know. You know, like, since they had that whole thing with like the DUI where they're supposed to automatically get suspended for like however many games, you know, they've never enforced it.
Yeah.
Remember, like, Melvin Gordon was the first guy, and they're just like, whatever. Like, they're like, we put this in the CBA. We agreed to this. And then the first time it happens, they're like, literally, whatever.
I think he has his trial coming up here in July 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I kind of like Calvin Ridley this year.
I like him a lot. It's a great pick.
Like, because he's going like around like 7, 8, like in this type of draft, and like they have no competition for him. Like,
yeah, he's gonna be all.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Tyler Lockett, but he's not that great anymore.
I was gonna say Ridley can still perform.
I took Cam Ward in the 10th round just because of that. I think he's getting set up to be successful. He'll be fun to watch.
That offensive line's dog shit though.
We'll see. See what happens.
They signed Dan Moore Jr. to be the left tackle and gave him $20 million a year when he's out of all the tackles in football, he's been bottom 5 every year he started. And you give that guy $20+ million a year, that's called desperate.
Vikings turn their shit around. We'll see. They finally signed a line.
They had guys though.
Yeah, but it's taken a long time. What was their biggest fucking downfall? Was their line? Every quarterback was getting.
He took Swift. I thought Swift would be there when it come back around to me.
Surprised you didn't take Waddle. You're talking so much about him.
No, I just I like his cost this year. I've always been a Waddle fader. Actually, he was 2 years ago he was going in the 2nd round. I thought that was nuts. People were taking him over like Mike Evans. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then last year he was still in the 3rd round, like, the 3-4 turn, like you got lucky and got him in the 4th round sometimes. But now he's in the 7th to 9th range. He almost fell to the 9th round in that draft that I did, that one that I showed you, JC, where I took him. I took him at the 8-6. And that's in a single quarterback. That was a single quarterback league.
Hey, Kelsey Kittle, fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I was between Kelsey and Andrews, but like this year I'm more on Andrews just because it's like
his name is Mandrews. Mandrews.
There's so many weapons right now for Kansas City. They don't need Kelsey to be the guy.
There goes Ingram. Come on, Rick. What are you gonna do here, brother?
I think I sniped him. It's the first time he's gone more than 10 seconds.
Fuck! That's who I was gonna take.
I know. I will die on my soapbox if I'm not drafting Jerry Jeudy this year.
I know. I'm not taking him either.
Because of Jameis last year. Who gives a shit? Jameis makes wide receivers look better than they are.
I'm waiting a few more rounds and I'm taking Tillman if I'm taking any Brown.
I guess I'll take Godwin.
I think the only Browns pass catcher I would want is David Njoku.
And Njoku, too.
I'll take Godwin until he dies. I
like Godwin. Hopefully he's healthy to start the year. If he's healthy to start the year, this is great value.
I keep hearing week 2, week 3.
Yeah. They got to boot it.
But how can you tell now? They can change. Anything can happen. I just know they're definitely not going to rush him into high volume with all the wide receivers they have.
There's really not much in this little area I like.
I picked him in one league as my wide receiver 5. He slipped, and I picked him, and I kind of took him. The only reason I'm taking him is because if he gets going later in the year, he could be that down the stretch guy.
Yep. So what round are we on now? We're 8, 9.
8th round. That's all I said. I got Mandrews in the 8th round, and I got on the way. Or let's see,
I'll just keep drafting Travis Etienne. I don't even I've never been a big Etienne guy. I don't like drafting Jaguars, but I'm just like at this value this year, it's like it doesn't you don't need much. If he finishes a top 20 running back, he already pays off on the value. He was a top 10 running back 2 years ago.
He's getting disrespected the same way Josh Jacobs did when they drafted. Yeah, they drafted White.
One of my dynasty leagues, Travis Etienne got traded for a 10-pick swap. That is ridiculous.
Tracy Brian Robinson.
I told them that I'm they made the trade. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's all you guys think Etienne's worth right now?
He's definitely a good buy in Dynasty.
Probably going to be cheap, too.
He's entering year 4. I mean,
it's his contract year, too, I think.
Yeah, he's playing for money. I definitely – the same – like I said, I feel like it's the same situation as Josh Jacobs a couple of years back with the Raiders.
Oh, I feel like he could do very well in the Liam Cohen offense.
Yeah.
Very well.
The only thing he's not going to get is goal line carries.
He still might get those. He was really good at the goal line 2 years ago.
I know he was, but they have – I don't know. They have –
I mean, it's different.
I thought Tank was decent at that too, though.
Yeah, but it's a different coaching staff, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make sure I get Josh Downs now.
Good pick. Dang it. I was hoping he came to me. Good pick.
I didn't take him in the 9th yesterday. I was like, hopefully he'll come back in the 10th. He didn't. He got picked 3 picks later. So I'm like, we'll make sure we get it today at least.
Coach, you think he gets on the field more on 2 wide receiver sets?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Jim Coventry is big on him. I took, like I said, I got Tyler Warren.
They don't need him to be out there. And if most of the 2 wide receiver sets is they're running the ball anyways, so who cares?
He took him in the 9th on the turn at the 1 or 9-10 turn.
Yeah, I really
got Warren in the 9.
I mean,
but he also took a tight end too. He took Ferguson, so it was going to be Warren. I wasn't going to get both players, so it didn't matter. There's no way he has Ferguson over Warren.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, for redraft, yeah. Sure as hell do.
No, I don't.
I do.
No way.
The number 2 option in his offense versus maybe the number 2 option in his offense with Daniel Jones at quarterback.
Pickens. You don't think Pickens is number 2?
Pickens sucks.
Yeah, he definitely sucks.
Pickens is dog crap.
I don't think it matters. I want Dart.
I don't know. I like Ferguson. Ferguson's solid. And Dak loves his tight ends.
He does use the tight end.
I don't know. I like Tyler Warren long term, but I don't like Tyler Warren this year.
What do you think Richardson comes in?
But
so what do you think if Richardson comes in?
If Richardson comes in, it's even worse for Tyler Warren. He's one of the least accurate quarterbacks in NFL history. And
Andrew
they're going to run the ball.
Andrew says he got sniped in the 8th round. And then he took Jonnu, which I think is a dumb play. So my take on the Jonnu going to Pittsburgh, I think Freiermuth is still going to be involved, and I don't see either one of them going over 70 targets. I think they just completely kill.
I think both go over 70.
Really?
Yeah. They don't have it. It's them and DK. There's nobody to throw the ball to. They're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Maybe that's the 2025 Aaron Rodgers. He needs the tight ends now instead of like Devontae Adams.
He's always liked tight ends.
I know.
He's not always had great tight ends, though. Brenton Strange in the 9th round.
Who's the guy? Who was the guy that had 13 touchdowns for the Packers, and then everybody picked him the following year, and he didn't do anything?
The tight end way back in the day.
Was that Chamorro? Was his name Chamorro? Mark Chamorro? Was it Mark?
Oh,
Chamorro?
that's a long time ago.
I remember one year. He had those tight ends, man. That like.
Well, that was back with Brett Favre.
Was that okay? So it wasn't Chamorro. That's not
Michael Finley, maybe before he got his back injury.
No, it wasn't Finley. It wasn't Finley. I can't remember. Mel should know. Mel, help me out. Tight end got 12 or 13 touchdowns one year for the Packers, and then the following year did nothing. Or the rest of
the one okay year with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tunyon, somebody said Tunyon sucks.
Tunyon.
Maybe Tunyon, that's who it was. I think that's who it was. It was Robert Tunyon.
Fucking tons of fun.
Yeah.
Indiana State pride. Darnell Mooney. Brandon Ayuk's a good pick, though. Or potentially a good pick. Ayuk's going 9th, 10th round. It's like he could be the wide receiver 1, and they don't have that many other people to throw to. Are they going to let Kittle run more routes this year? They signed Luke Farrell just to come in as blocking tight end, which could free up, Kittle 20% more of the time. It's possible. Mel says Jordy. Jordy was not a tight end. Jordy Nelson was a white wide receiver.
And Jordy was good.
Jordy was good, yes. Jordy was always good until he wasn't.
Until he broke himself. Preseason.
He was Julian Edelman before Edelman became Edelman.
Different type of wide receivers.
Really?
Yeah. Jordy Nelson was a white guy that played X.
He was big, yeah.
He did go deep. Yeah, he did go deep.
Edelman was a slot. Those are 2 very different positions.
Joe on the clock.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm going to go Charbonnet.
Carbs.
I'm in on him this year. I think he's got standalone value, actually.
I feel like Jaden Reed's getting disrespected. He's 10th round here. He was 10th round in my draft. I'm like, you guys are Packers fans and you're not even drafting him. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? I get it. They drafted Golden, and Golden and Reed are kind of similar, but the Packers are going to misuse Golden and they're going to make him a deep threat.
Yep. That's exactly what they're going to do. I agree with that. I was talking about that with Mel in the chat. One of these, I forget which one we were doing. I was like, he's not an. I was like, I don't think they're going to use him as an alpha, and that's a big problem because
he's a guy. So the problem is Golden is kind of like a Stephon Diggs, but the Packers are going to use him as Christian Watson.
Right. They're not, I agree with that. They're not going to use him to his full potential.
Who do I want here? I really have no idea. Shit, we'll run out of time. Do it anyways.
Higgins.
That's who I took in the 10th round. That's who I took in the 10th round of my draft anyways. So
he could turn out to be pretty good where he's going.
I would not be surprised if he's better than Nico Collins in 2 years. He's good. Mel said Golden is going to be a baller. Golden has the potential to be a baller, but he's still kind of young and still kind of raw in a way. Unfortunately, people are talking oh, I thought he was a busted. He's going to be a bust because he didn't do that much at Texas. I'm like, Texas didn't use him enough. Like he was really good at he broke out at Houston. He was a 4-star recruit. He was one of the highest recruits that the University of Houston has literally ever had. Had like I think he had like 700 yards receiving as a freshman, which is great. And then good sophomore year, transferred to Texas up to the level up in competition, and they didn't use him until Bond went down. And then they're like, oh yeah, we should probably use this guy that's actually really good. College coaches are idiots half the time. Moral of the story.
College coaches are idiots. Is that the moral of the story?
Yep, pretty much.
Likely, I like that pick.
Likely?
Yep.
He likes the pick. I'm not big on Likely.
Me either. I mean, if he gets his opportunity, yes.
Like if Andrews is hurt, sure, but like other than that, like
here's my thought on it. I'm looking for players that could potentially be guys that can get me through the playoffs if something happens.
Yeah, but if everybody stays healthy on the Ravens, he's not getting you through shit.
Exactly. He's roster clogging you.
Dude, there's like 20-something picks.
Yeah. I mean, like 11th round, like if he's there like 13th, 14th round, sure. But there's still a lot of good players out there right now. So I'm just
there definitely is.
I prefer Bateman over him in this format.
Hey.
Oh no.
I prefer
in every format, I guess I should say.
I prefer never rostering Rashad Bateman in my life.
Best ball. I'll take him in best ball this year.
What? Rashad Bateman?
Yeah.
He's another one. It just you got to stay on the field. He's decent when he stays on the field.
Bateman?
When someone gets hurt.
Bateman is problem with Rashad Bateman is he has no like dog in him. Like the ball's up in the air and he just like I'll let the ball come to me. Now I'm not gonna go pluck it out of the air ever. Like you're a wide receiver, go get the freaking ball. Apparently I can get CJ Stroud in the 11th in this mock. This is kind of nice.
I hate, dude. I'm recency biased for me.
Yeah, you got burned last year, and you heard about it.
He really burned me.
A lot of people pushed him up, and I was like, thank God. I was trying to get some shares, and it just never happened because people kept taking him early. I'm like, I'm not taking him that early.
I feel like this year, this year you get the discounted value. It's a revamped offensive line. They should be slightly better, even if Tunsil's not there. And then look at all the weapons. Like,
Dude,
yeah, last year they had Diggs, but like Diggs wasn't good last year, and then he tore his ACL.
It wasn't Diggs, man. He lost his best friend on the field.
Who?
Tank Dell. He lost his best friend, dude. After that happened, his heart was broke.
They got Christian
His heart was
broken.
He was nothing after that. His heart was crushed.
I think losing Devin Singletary hurt him a lot too because Singletary picked up a lot of blitzes for him.
Yeah.
He was on his back so much last year. It was crazy.
Yeah.
The problem was the interior offensive line sucked last year.
Poor kid.
They kind of sucked the year before too. I feel like a lot of the big plays he had, he extended on his own. His rookie year.
Yeah, but I think the year prior, a lot of the interior guys played better than they were, and then last year was kind of the regression of the mean.
Poor kid.
Bashal Tootin. Who the hell is drafting Bashal Tootin in the 11th round?
Rick loves Tootin.
I love him too, but not this year.
He's literally only a kick returner this year, and I don't love him. Yeah. I don't even like him long term because it's like ETN's going to be gone, but it's like okay, you have him, you have Tank Bigsby. I think LaQuinn Allen is better than Bashal Tootin at the NFL level. And
we'll see.
Let's just say ETN walks. Then you still got three guys there, and there's no guarantee that they're not going to draft somebody with better draft capital. I explained this to somebody yesterday too. I'm just like, you know what else went? And people are like, oh, well, he went early in the 4th round or whatever, so that's decent draft capital for running back or whatever. I'm Like, you know who also went at the beginning of the 4th round and had a good rookie year and got replaced immediately the next year? Michael Carter. You know who also had a really good rookie?
Wasn't James Robinson another one? Right?
Yeah. He was undrafted.
Yeah, James Robinson was one. Trey Mason was another one. They drafted Todd Gurley immediately the next year.
Why didn't you tell me I was on the clock?
Like, people act like just because a guy had a good rookie year or had decent, somewhat okay draft capital that they can't get replaced. It happens literally all the time.
I feel like this guy, Pittman, is a great value this year. I mean, 12 couple of years ago, he was in the 3rd round.
Dang it.
Pittman. Yeah. I like Pittman. I like you're just saying all that, and then I see Trey Harris get picked up. Like, Trey Harris?
No, Pittman. I mean, we know we don't have no ceiling, but he's a pretty safe floor.
I mean,
I'll go Kyle Pitts. Why not?
I think the only place I would draft Trey Harris is in best ball.
I agree.
Because he's going to get some touchdowns, but people need to understand this dude got hurt like 3 years in a row in college, too. And most of his production came versus bad teams. Last year, like, he had 1,000 yards receiving in 8 games, but like half of it was in 2 games versus terrible teams.
And he's in an offense that runs to set up the pass.
Yep.
Yeah, sniped on Pitts. Let's go.
Should I take a quarterback? Jared Goff's still there. Jared Goff should not still be there, but
he's still here. Yeah, he went early in ours. When did he go in yours?
Probably like 4th round, 3rd round.
Whoa.
He went early.
Let's see.
That's for sure.
6th round, I think, seems about
I'm
right.
going to take another quarterback, and I like Michael Penix a lot this year.
I like Penix too. It's a good pick.
I like their scheme.
God.
I also say I think Bijan's overrated as hell this year. Like, people are like, oh, he's guaranteed number 1 running back. Or like, I don't know. Like, I don't think he's not getting as much of the backfield as people think. Like, yeah, he was really good down the stretch, but like, Michael Penix being there is probably worse for him than Kirk Cousins being there. Because Penix can move a little. Yes, he had 2 ACL surgeries, but he still ran like a 4.6 something.
I think that's why I'm worried a little bit about Mooney, because he did really well with Kirk Cousins, but he didn't do great with Penix. So, I mean, it was very, very little bit of volume that you can kind of work with there, but I don't know. I do love me some Mooney.
Have we seen Bijan's ceiling, though? Was Bijan's ceiling down the stretch last year?
I think the end of last year was his, where he's averaging however many points it was.
Over 25. He didn't go below 25 for like the last
I thought it was right
year.
around 24. Obviously, it depends on scoring format, but
right, yeah.
Oh, who the hell did I want here? Oh, I'll take a guy that I really like. I love Dylan Sampson. I love Dylan Sampson in this offense. Everybody's like Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon Judkins is a terrible scheme fit for the Browns. Dylan Sampson is like an ideal scheme fit for the Browns. So if he beats him out, I would not be shocked at some point.
Well, I think they both get quite a bit of run, actually. I agree with you. I like Dylan Sampson myself.
And it sucks because they have Ford too, and Ford's going to get 3rd down because he can pass protect, and the other 2 aren't going to be able to pass protect. Most rookie running backs can't pass protect at the end of the day.
Right. They got to get used to the speed and obviously the manpower of some of the defensive linemen.
But like literally the zone run, like if you were going to say Shanahan style zone scheme, Dylan Sampson's perfect fit for that. Like one cut and gone. That's what he needed to land in. And Judkins likes to dance too much. He's not a good scheme fit for it.
You don't want to see somebody dance behind the line?
In the Shanahan zone scheme, everything is supposed to be one cut and go.
No, I mean
That's
definitely.
how it's set up. If you dance like there's a place and a time to dance and make your cuts and everything, but there's such a thing as dancing around the backfield way too much. And Jenkins falls into that category. He's a weird player though too, because like I liked what he was as a freshman at Ole Miss. Then he goes to Ohio State. He like kind of drops some weight, but then they try to make him be this power back. He's just like a tweener. He's not really quick, and he's not a power back. He's just kind of like in this middle, like this weird middle ground. He's got decent footwork, but he likes to dance too much.
Why does he got to dance so much?
I don't know.
All right, so random question. I asked Dustin this the other day. Do you think that Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Famer?
No.
Even after he beat the
no, but I do think he is a Hall of Famer. But first ballot is
he's a Hall of Famer, but not first ballot.
Is he only not a first ballot Hall of Famer because his brother has to beat him at something?
No.
Because
if you look at his regular season stats, they're not that great.
If
He beat the GOAT twice.
Yeah.
If you put Derek, if you put prime,
I'm just being devil's advocate.
JC, if you put prime young Derek Carr on that New York Giants team, that it might have been the same results. So that's where I'm at with that. The defensive line.
Okay. Let's put it this way. Let me ask this question then. Is Joe Flacco a first ballot Hall of Famer?
My girl would say yeah.
She would?
Yeah.
No, but okay. So the difference between Joe Flacco and Eli Manning is like that.
Flacco, man, dude. And he had a really great comeback year, dude, with the Browns. Holy shit. He's good. Or was it the Colts?
He's not good. I'm just saying neither one should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if you look at their career accolades, they're pretty much the same.
I love Flacco.
Eli's got one extra Super Bowl, but
gotta love Flacco, dude.
If you factor in his name, which everybody does, the family, 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's a name thing too.
He gets in, but he definitely shouldn't be a first ballot all of them.
Here's a what if scenario. I don't know if you guys ever seen I don't know if you ever follow Marvel and they have what if scenarios, like what if this happened instead of this. So what if Alex Smith had continued his career without being injured? Do you think he would have been somebody who would have been? No?
He was so trash for like the first 6 years.
I don't know, man. He played very with the comeback, it was crazy. But you can't get that with the injury. I love Alex Smith, man. I thought he played like a
he's a good dude, but like he was
he is on after he started becoming great. Well, dude, Kurt Warner became what was he, a first ballot or when did he get in?
Yeah, but Kurt Warner was a top 10 quarterback at some point during his career. Alex Smith was never a top 10 quarterback in the league in his career at any given point.
I don't know.
Kurt Warner took two different teams to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, from the grocery store. That's such a crazy story, man.
Well, he was only a 1-year starter at the University of Northern Iowa. And then he pretty much signed his undrafted free agent with the Packers, got cut, went to NFL Europe, and then went to the Arena League. And then signs with the Rams. Trent Green just happens to get hurt. So, like you could say the same thing about Brady, though. If Bledsoe never gets hurt, what happens to Brady? If Trent Green never gets hurt, what happens to Kurt Warner?
I like the scenario. Let's talk about it. It's crazy to think about.
I'm going to do my Tyler Algier pick here, too.
I'll never forget that moment when Drew Bledsoe got his friggin' everything rocked.
Mo Lewis.
Dude, I went back and watched that game where the Vikings played against the Saints, man, and Favre was on his back.
What if Dante Culpepper never shreds every ligament in his knee?
Yeah.
That's a real scenario right there. What if Drew Brees goes to Miami instead of Dante Culpepper? Because they were after Drew Brees, but they didn't want to do it because they didn't like his physical on his shoulder.
I like what if.
Drew Brees probably never wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Sean Payton, man, he's such a jabroni. That year, man, the Hitman contract year was such a crazy year. I remember that. That was our 1 year to get to the Super Bowl. Adrian Peterson with a 2,000-yard rushing year. Brett Favre was actually throwing pretty damn well. I don't know if you go back and watch that game, it's insane. It's insane. The hits on Favre were crazy, but it doesn't help when you got, some crucial fumbles from AP.
Yeah, I mean, his ankle was already fucked starting that game.
Yeah, dude, they killed him. If you watch that game, they killed him. Some of the hits were crazy. They got the lift up, drop down hits, where you like picked up the quarterback and slam them. Some of those, a lot of ankle hits, because they already knew what was going on. They were getting paid that year to hurt people. Here's a bonus: go hurt this guy. That shit's crazy. It's crazy enough to where your coach can't coach the next year. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah. And Greg Williams pretty much got blackballed from coaching again after that.
And we got our payback back. The Minneapolis Miracle, dude, against Sean Payton. Suck it.
Okay, I get to pick. Who do I want, though? Should I do the ugly pick?
Do it. We all love an ugly pick.
Okay.
Diami?
No.
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders is the ugly pick.
Oh.
You couldn't pay me enough money to draft Diami Brown.
Well, until you said that was his. He didn't had him in the queue.
No, Miles Sanders. I'm like, well, somebody's got to do something for Dallas at running back this year, right? Rico Dowdle had 1,000 yards and he sucks.
I was leaning towards Javonte, but I mean, that's just asking for trouble too.
When you're in the 15th round, you just take a gamble on one of them guys paying off. I think Javonte's already gone, right?
Yeah, but if I'm picking one, Cowboys,
yeah, and then like Jane Blue in the 13th round, I'm like, I'll take Miles Sanders. At least he's done something.
Hey, Brashard Smith, let's go.
And I would not take Brashard Smith this
year. Don't hate on my guy.
Don't kick returner.
I love him. Don't hate him, please.
You want to talk about it?
Late season bloomer at best. Yeah, I agree. I mean, unless like Pacheco falls apart again,
you need Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, and like Elijah Mitchell all to get hurt.
Well, it's
possible.
It's a very good possibility right there.
Certainly possible.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna get the Kevin Garnett thing where anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. It can happen.
Roshan.
Homer pick?
Yeah, Pete, you got to take Kyle Monunga now so you get the whole backfield. I really want to draft wide receivers, and I don't like any of the wide receivers that are left, pretty much.
I see DeMario Douglas.
Pop Douglas?
Pop.
Did Kyle Williams go yet? Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Keyshawn Booty.
Douglas could get you double-digit points every week in this format.
We'll see.
Not very high double digits, but double digits.
He was one of those other guys they were propping up last year too for returning. He did like punt returns the year before, but then it's like, oh, you guys are idiots. Marcus Jones is back this year.
He you know what though? He gets hurt. Like it's almost a guarantee that Douglas gets hurt. I hate to say it.
It's almost a guarantee that Marcus Jones gets hurt every year too. That dude had 2 shoulder surgeries and 1 knee surgery in college.
I bet you Mel takes Dubs
Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
He sucks.
I'm betting on it right now. I'm putting a green chip on it.
JC, you should take your boy Sam Darnold.
No. I'd rather take Anthony Richardson.
You rather take a backup?
Yes.
Pete just took Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, you can't talk. You can't do that. He's gonna take whoever if you're talking about him.
I didn't think Pete would do that. Jesus Christ.
He does it. He'll snipe you. If you start talking about players, he'll snipe him.
Pete, you're an ass. Mel said he's an ass.
He took Wicks instead.
Dontavian Wicks. Well, both of them suck at catching the ball last year. So if you watched Romeo Dobbs in college, he had stone hands.
Stone hands.
What are we, around 16?
Ooh, that's a name that's still out there.
There's plenty of good names out there.
I'm taking an ugly pick, as Craig would say.
Hey, I mean,
Adam Thielen. I just put him right to you. No, Adam Thielen's not an ugly pick because you know he's going to be good when he's healthy, and as soon as he's hurt,
catch the ball.
It's a boring pick.
I'll take Noel. Noel.
First Noel.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take my Taj Brooks here. Why not?
The only Noel. Oh, I love me some Taj everywhere this year.
I love Taj Brooks.
Uh-huh.
But it sucks because I really like Chase Brown too, but Chase Brown's so valued right now.
Dude, Taj is really fun to watch. His college it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, he runs like Le'Veon Bell.
Yes, exactly, dude. It's so fun to watch.
The problem is he doesn't catch passes like Le'Veon Bell.
I think Chase Brown is at value when the person who has the number one pick doesn't reach to get him at the 2-3 turn to stack him with Chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen that happen quite a bit.
What round do we?
See, so here's the thing. Like, I like running backs that shown that they can handle a large workload in college. So Taj Brooks is one. Chase Brown, obviously, the year before. I always like guys like that. Unfortunately, they both ended up on the same freaking team.
D-Hop.
She says, yeah, I looked at Hopkins too. I think it's a name. It's like he might do something. And Mel says, I really like Romeo, not high on Wicks at all. I just wouldn't take him this high in a regular draft. Well, it's the 16th round, so that's not really that high. Let's see here. Is there anybody I actually like here?
No.
What?
No. You're not allowed to like anybody here. Not allowed.
Let's draft Aaron Rodgers. Do it. I made that mistake last year.
I mean, if it was the year before, that would have been even worse.
You're not wrong.
Was it the second or third play?
It was the second, I think.
Oh my goodness!
They ran the ball the American flag. I think.
The worst part is it was so amped and so hyped because he runs out with the American flag. He does all this stuff, and then it's just boom.
Why not Russell Wilson? Why not? I got Drake May, CJ Stroud, Michael Penix, and Russell Wilson. We're living the dream.
I think we're gonna do. We were talking a little bit about this. Maybe a little Ollie Gordon. If anything, if the whole team
gross. I don't want that running backs.
Joe Carlton and I was talking about this a little earlier.
Why? I had him queued.
You really want a guy that literally did everything wrong last year?
He
was awesome 2 years ago. And then he gained 20 pounds and got a DUI to start last year and sucked. Like he looked freaking terrible.
Don't hate on guys who get DUIs. We already know what's happened with Jordan Addison. He was a baller 2 years in a row, and he had 2 of them.
Yeah, but at least he was good after he had his DUI.
Hey, that was when he was in the NFL. So now he's in the NFL. We're
Yeah.
starting to lose players on that team.
I don't like guys that gain 20 pounds but get lazy.
Never know.
And then they go to the combine, they shred a little bit of weight, and they still run terrible.
Pete's laughing. He said at his daughter's volleyball practice. We're cracking him up.
I don't know. Like, if Ollie Gordon looked okay last year, maybe. But
he looks
didn't look good at all
this year. That's all that matters.
Yeah, this year when he's not active on game days.
No,
It's very possible. Very possible.
And
this year when he's going to make Alexander Madison look good.
No, don't hate on that either. No.
Guess I'll take a third quarterback.
I took a fourth one.
Donald.
Who is it? Somebody yesterday was asking me about Pat Bryant. I'm like, Pat Bryant needs to gain 20 pounds and go play tight end. That's what he needs to do.
He's a big guy.
Hey, Kareem Hunt. I don't like that. I don't mind that pick.
I thought about him.
I did too.
Instead, I took Ollie Gordon, the guy you hated.
Pat Bryant is like the Sutton replacement. The only problem is Sutton's not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, well, and the only problem is Sutton is way more athletic too.
Andrew said he's just trying to have the oldest receiving core ever.
Who?
Andrew. Cooper, Hopkins, Allen. That's who I see at the end there.
I'm still interested to see where Keenan Allen ends up.
I have no idea, honestly. Hey, Pete, you're supposed to draft Monungai. You forgot.
You took Adonai? Jeez.
That's the guy that has all the talent in the world, but doesn't have his head on straight.
Like Kadarius Toney?
Like Robbie Anderson.
String Bean?
Yep.
He's like, what is Sir? Is that Sir? You can really call him that, Sir Purr? Did you see those videos?
He changed his name from Robbie Anderson to Chosen Anderson to Robbie Chosen. Just pick one. Just pick a fucking name.
He also doesn't have a quarterback that goes through the reads fast enough to see that he's open when he is. Adonai.
He said, Coach, I'm not done. You better hurry up before JC takes Kyle Monungai off you. I'd rather have Kyle Monungai than fucking Allie Gordon, too.
You're a hater.
At least he was good for 3 years in college. I think you should draft Tutu Atwell. There he is.
Monungai.
There he is.
Monungai.
I almost am proud.
I am almost proud. I'm proud.
Maybe we should draft Ray McLeod now.
Ray, dude. Don't hate on him either.
Hey, Nick
Jake Bobo.
I love Jake Bobo. You know that guy ran like a 4.940.
Dude, Jake Bobo is my. I have one of his rookie autographs, dude.
I have run a faster 40 time in my life than Jake Bobo. I also ran the same 40 time as Juwan Jennings. 4.72.
I'll take Pierce. Pierce has a little upside sometimes. I really have Pierce over Adonai.
4.64.
Your builds doesn't matter.
The builds do not matter. No.
Shit's crazy.
Kind of goes against my advantages, is a lot of the time is understanding the roster construction as the draft goes along, what I need to do to make sure that stays intact. And I feel like not everybody does that when it matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're going to win, but it gives you like I think it gives you a good floor. It puts you like in contention for the top 5.
Can I make the crazy pick? Should I make the crazy pick?
You've been making crazy picks.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Deontay.
Yep. You know the funny part is that one game that he didn't go in for the Ravens, he said it was too cold. It was 41 degrees, and you played college football at Toledo.
Gotta have an excuse, though. I mean, so I want to play.
Guys.
I want to, even though he's on auto pick, I want to point out Sam's pick there, Michael Mayer. Do you think that he finds a home?
No.
At some point, you don't.
I don't think they're going to trade him.
Nope.
I don't think they should trade him. Because you're not going to get back more than you're not going to get. They spend a second round pick on him. They're not going to get back more than that. And he's more valuable to your team to have as a secondary tight end pass catcher. Like he opens up Brock Bowers to play the slot. He's more valuable to have on the team than not have on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got to find my other pick here. Why is this guy like down in the 600s? Sleeper doesn't know what it's talking about. This is why I can't find all of my sleepers. Miami looking for a tight end? Probably not. They really like Julian Hill. And sleeper, if you're in a deep dynasty league, pick up Jalen Connors. Because that's the guy that's closest on their team to Jonnu Smith. And Rick disrespected him earlier. He listed all the other tight ends besides him. Undrafted free agent out of Texas Tech. He ran the Wildcat at Texas Tech. 6'4", 250 plus pounds, 260. Ran a 4.74 with good short shuttle 3-cone. Kid's athletic.
If Miami's looking for a tight end, do you think Chicago? Do you think Cleveland would move Njoku?
I don't think Miami should not trade for Njoku because Miami has no chance this year because they have the worst defense in the NFL on paper.
Yeah, this makes sense, but
even before trading Ramsey,
isn't Njoku in a contract year or it's coming up?
Not sure on that one. He did go to the University of Miami for college though. If you want to make that connection, but I wonder if any of the second-year wide receivers for your Patriots do anything this year. Polk was pretty fucking bad last year, though.
Yeah, they're both, and the other one, what's his name? The one that got in trouble.
Javon Baker,
yeah. He's good, but like he can't learn. Like he struggles with the playbook and learning the assignments, knowing what to do. All of that is a problem for him.
That's why he never got on the field when he was at Alabama. Yeah. That's why he had to transfer to Central Florida to play. He was good there, but I don't know. I'm like
Tesla.
I kind of freaked out there because I had like 10 seconds left and my thing timed out. I'm like, well, I guess we'll just take Brandon Cooks.
I like Calvin Austin, dude.
Let's take a look at Njoku's contract. I got it pulling up right now.
I always like Calvin Austin. I think you only like Calvin Austin because I talked about him.
I like him in this situation. I think he's going to be great with Mr. Aaron Rodgers coming in.
Watch the leading wide receiver for the 49ers this year be Russell Gage. He is on the team, by the way, for those that don't actually know.
I think he helped me win a fantasy championship a couple of years ago, or 4 years ago. He would have been on the Falcons?
Yeah.
David Njoku is up. His contract does expire at the end of the year.
Cool. I mean, do we have to have the Harold Fannin Jr. talk?
His tape looks real good. Like,
Yeah, but he's also 230 pounds. He can't
Minnesota
play.
is losing Luka.
He's not going to do anything the first year. He has a chance after year one, but first year he's got to like actually look like a tight end and learn to block. Those are kind of big things of getting on the field.
Luka Garza is no longer a Timberwolf.
No, he's on the Celtics. He was great in college, but he's way too slow to play in the NBA.
He's super slow. It's crazy to watch.
He looked fast.
He can dunk though.
Almost everyone in the NBA can dunk.
Almost.
I was dunking my senior year, so
I was dunking my sophomore year.
You're tall. I seen the pictures yesterday. You're taller than I would have expected for sure.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
I went back and I like retroactively figured out how high my vertical was back in the day, just to like how tall did I have to be to dunk and all that stuff. So my vertical back then it was like 33, 34. She ain't too bad without actually like training it. Let's see where we are. Hey, your Pop Douglas finally went.
Pop.
And it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was Mel. She's listening to us. She also listened to the Raver and McLeod part. I wasn't really serious about that part. You had games last year that were okay though, but
He had some great games, but that's perfect for PPR or for best ball.
Yeah, but you never knew when he was going to do anything either. He's better last year because he was a returner though too. Paris Campbell's still out there.
He 5'6".
Who took Restrepo? Oh, your buddy.
I like Restrepo.
He also ran a slower 40 time than me.
I am on
I have to pick on guys when they're like that. He ran like a 4.84. Supposedly his hamstring was a little tweaked, and he was running in the 4.6s before that, but still. Okay, how many picks we got left? Like 3?
You have 3.
I have 3. Okay.
I have 2.
Should I do my deep sleeper?
The deepest.
Okay. He's at 656 in ADP. Jordan Watkins, 4th round draft pick by the 49ers. He's not guaranteed to be ready week 1. Juwan Jennings is the only other guy on their team that we know can do anything. Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, they haven't proven that they could do anything. And Watkins is fast. He's about 5'11", but he's actually pretty good in contested situations. And he was good in 2 different colleges.
Torrey Horton.
Should I do one you like?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it.
Disley, big country or big Montana.
Yep.
He's still gonna be doing stuff there.
He's the only tight end they got.
I thought they got Conklin. I thought Conklin came in.
Conklin sucks.
What? Don't hate on Conklin, dude. What the hell?
And they drafted Gadsden. What are your thoughts on him?
He can't block to save his life, so he can't play tight end. He's a big slot. He mainly played wide receiver in college anyways, even though they labeled him at tight end most of the time. His dad was really good.
Right. Yeah.
Back in the day. Arande Senior.
Ty Felton, dude. He does flips. That's why I like him.
That Felton's just awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, did you see him at the end of the combine?
Yeah.
Flipping.
Apparently Cam Akers is on the Saints, if you didn't know.
Damn.
Apparently little Jordan Humphrey's on the Giants too.
Little Jordan.
I'm in the 300. I'm in the 300s. And how the hell did you get down to 600? How the hell did you get down there?
Because there's real guys down in the 600s. There's like guys in the 400s that haven't even played in 2 years, but in the 600s, you could draft DJ Uyunglele.
Mel said, I can't stand Disley. Never, ever been on my team ever. Big Montana, dude. We talk about him all the time.
Why are you hating on him?
He actually has some decent games.
Yeah, the problem is he can never stay healthy. Jake Kumaro, there we go. Aaron Rodgers' best friend. Ooh, here's another guy I like that's a deep sleeper, but can't take him. Elijah, if you're in deep dynasty leagues, Elijah Badger.
What about Jalen Naylor?
Eh.
Dude, he was really good when
Hey, I'll tell you what though. The Packers camp has really been hyping up McCole Hardman.
Wow.
You know the funny thing is, in my home league, we have a group chat, right? And everybody's talking about like, oh, the Packers are going to sign a receiver. They're going to sign a receiver, right? And I'm like, yeah, they'll probably end up with like McCole Hardman, right? And then like a week later, he signed with them. I'm like, I called it. I was kind of like half joking, half serious about it though.
Last round.
Yoshi Vass was on the roster.
Oh, Mel's hating on Garrett Wilson now too.
She always hates on Garrett Wilson. I don't know why.
Never ever. Zach Moss.
Hey, Mac Hollins is down at 687, and he might start for the Patriots. ADP is weird. Yeah. Sam Snead, he's in the CFL.
Sam Snead, you mean the golfer?
Kenny Lawler, he's also in the CFL.
The golfer, Sam Snead?
No, Sam Snead.
Oh, they said Sam Snead.
He's from where I grew up. You want another deep dynasty league guy? Rock Taylor for the Steelers. Undrafted free agent out of Memphis. Joshua Dobbs is down at 710.
Josh Dobbs.
This ADP makes no sense. Hunter Renfrow is down at 717. If anybody cares.
Renfrow.
How do you even get a 717 ADP? Explain that to me.
It means you were drafted like once. I don't know, but like some of these other guys down here, Amari DiMarcano is at 723.
I'm taking Laviska Chanel.
Gross.
I should have just let it auto pick me, right?
Van Jefferson's at 734, and he might start for the Steelers. Or no, Titans. He's on the Titans now, apparently. He might start for them, though. And he's at 734. Keandre Lambert-Smith at 739. Tommy Malott is down at 743. We're learning things today. LaShawn McCoy's at 745. Oh, here's a guy I like too. Jackson Meeks. He got undrafted free agent with the Lions.
I'll take Jordan James because
he's in the
CFC is going to be hurt.
Jordan James sucks.
He'll get it. Doesn't matter. He'll get an opportunity and he'll play and he'll do
Not good. You still have to be good to get fantasy points.
It's Kyle Shanahan.
Do I take the tight end or the what? Do I take the Packer or the non-Packer? I don't even like the Packers.
Non-Packer.
Okay. This guy did go to Wisconsin, though, before Florida. Chamare Dike. He's fast. He can learn something from Lockett.
Ooh, Mike Williams. That's a good pick.
For his 6 snaps a game.
Hey, he's gonna catch it. He's gonna catch a touchdown and break his hip. What's up, Bill? What's up, brother? How you doing?
Look, Spencer Rattler got drafted.
Just finishing up the draft, man.
Best team right here.
Who's got the best team?
Me.
Then talk about it.
I already talked about it the whole time. Well, you see, I got Jamari DK, Will Disley, and Jordan Watkins with my last 3 picks. That's all you need to know.
You automatically win because of those picks?
I could, if they do anything.
Let's see.
My running backs probably could be better, but oh well.
Doesn't matter.
We don't have to play running backs.
There's no designation, so you can just do whatever you want.
I get Brock Bowers, Puka Nacua, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans. That's pretty good. Mark Andrews, pretty good.
The format scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
It is crazy.
This format's awesome.
Yeah, no, I like it. I don't hate it. I just
literally.
I'm new to this one for sure. I've never done something like this before. It's pretty cool though.
Like this is your roster.
Like, you need to do the reverse. Like, have you ever done the reverse formats where you get like, there's like formats where like you only start quarterbacks. You get to start like 4 a week, but like the worse they do, the more points you get.
Well, I played with Chuck Bass. Was it 2 years ago? Maybe
this one is wild. I like this story.
It was literally it was start 6 quarterbacks, and it was only 6 of us in the league. And it made it tough because that was the year Kyler Murray was hurt. So if you wanted to pick him, you're basically screwed because he can't start.
Yeah.
But it was pretty interesting because like if your quarterback got a tackle, it's 25 points. So you got, if you had a quarterback that would throw an interception and then made a tackle, you would get a bunch of points for the tackle.
There's one like that.
Zion.
If your quarterback threw a pick 6, you got like 40 points.
Yeah, dude.
But this one was like you got rewarded based on how bad they did, not how good they did.
Those are fun too. Didn't Scott Fish do one that year where it was like there was a lot of negative points where quarterbacks were getting a ton of negative points? And you were like,
that might have been before I was.
Yeah. So I think it was the first year. The first year I did it. You got negative point. You got like minus half a point for incompletions. You got like minus a point for sacks or whatever. Like the game where Justin Fields started versus the Browns, he had negative 13 points.
Yeah, it should have been. I think Scott Fish, is it 12 or 11?
I think it was 11. I think it was the first year I was in it.
Yeah, that must have been the year that I was in the satellite league.
Yeah, but like Justin Fields literally had like negative 13 points the first game he ever started. Like you were better not starting anyone.
Yeah, dude, this is a crazy league, man, where you can literally start anybody you want to. The upside is to me is players that get first downs, catches, touchdowns. Like that's
targets matter a lot.
Targets, yeah.
Because if a guy doesn't catch it, he's still got a point for you being targeted. So
that's only on. I think that was only in
MFL.
Yeah, only in MFL.
Okay.
But
I like MFL. I'm the weird guy that likes MFL.
I don't mind it, but
I hate drafting on it. I'll tell you that. Drafting on it.
I'll give you that.
Because, dude, you set your queue and you leave, you're like, hey, man, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to set my queue. I got my guys. And once you pick, your queue resets. And you basically have to go in and reset your queue.
Yeah.
I hate that. Because then all of a sudden you miss your pick and it just randomly picks some guy for you because, you're busy working or whatever. Not a fan.
Yeah, this guy, Greg over here says Scott Fishbowl 11 tons of negative points for quarterbacks, and that was the music year theme.
Yeah,
that was it. I was in the Kelly Clarkson division.
I was in the Madonna division. That was
Madonna.
a Saturday. Yep.
Nice.
BB Madonna.
So we are gonna hop out of here. We're gonna do some drafters here in probably about 10, 15 minutes. So if you want to hang around, I'm gonna just play some music. Basically, we'll have some background music going. I know Joe made Joe get some little food. I'm gonna run over to my lady's house and get the computer set up over there. Coach, man, love having you on. I was really great seeing you at the Madison live draft. It's good.
Yep.
Good to catch up, man. It's been a while since we've touched base and seen face. But hopefully, I know you're not going to be able to make it to the expo this year, but Hopefully you come out to the Minnesota Live if you got time.
Yeah, we'll see. Just kind of depends on how it all is. Like I said, that'd be like 3 weekends in a row out of town for me. So
It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna be doing some good. We had some good raffle stuff in this one, so
yep. Probably gonna get some more weather by that time too, because like I'm going out to Idaho this weekend, and I was looking at the weather out there. It's like almost 100 degrees like every day. So we're gonna be getting that soon, apparently.
ugh. Yeah, the heat, man, is not good, but it's better than the rain. I'll tell you that. The rain's been
It was
crazy.
hot. It was hot over here the last couple of days. Like the kind of hot that, like, if you're outside for even more than a couple hours, it makes you so tired, just drains you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
We had that. We had that last weekend, I think.
Last weekend or 2 weeks ago? Yeah, last week. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, last weekend we had it where it's like 93. It feels like 102.
Yeah, it was wild. All right. We are going to be doing another Scott Fish Bowl mock draft next Monday as well, because, like I said, the online drafts have not even started yet, and Joe hasn't drafted yet. Minneapolis hasn't drafted yet. Who's drafting next weekend? Do you guys know what lives draft next week?
I'm not sure. I think Austin is, because I think for Tadpole I know it's Las Vegas, Atlanta, Austin, and Minnesota, and I think for Tadpole, for the live ones, they're just doing one per weekend because Froton's going to all of them.
Because I know Houston is the same weekend as Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think Austin's next weekend, and I think Dallas was this weekend for Texas.
Zion says Philly lives on the 20th.
So that's one of the late ones too. Then
yeah, same as Joe. That's gonna be at Boston.
Boston.
I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be a blast, man. I'm stoked to host, man. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have probably about 100 people at ours, maybe a little bit more.
Probably more than that.
Scott Fish. I'm on vacation that week, and it ends with Scott Fish.
Hell yeah, you gotta love that. Yeah. All right, like I said, we are gonna hop in. I'm gonna play some music. We're just gonna have basically be on a little bit of a pause, but we're gonna hop into some drafters. If you don't know what drafters is, it's like any other kind of platform out there for drafting, like best ball. They got a bunch of stuff on there for making prop bets. It's pretty fun platform. If you're looking for a platform that's more like what we play in, full PPR, start 3 wide receiver, and then Joe, that you said this is the it's total points, right? Total point contest.
Yes, total points best ball contest. Not you don't get eliminated or anything. It's just total points for the entire season.
It's a fun platform, and you can get signed up with us too, and you can get there's a promo code here that if you get signed up, you can get matched to $100. So Bill said Omaha, Pittsburgh, Vancouver is next. Yep. Denver too, right?
Is it?
New York. What about New York? Bill would know. I know Bill would know. He helps run a lot of the stuff for Scott Fish Bowl. So, all right. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to run out. Joe, get some food. Coach, appreciate you. Much love, brother. We're hoping to see a lot more face from you, at least some content for you. I know he's going to be helping us a little bit out with some stat stuff. We're going to be doing some rankings, player rankings as well. So,
yes, sir.
A bit more of that. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Take it easy, Greg.
Yep.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We are back. Oh, you are still on mute, my brother.
What's going on, JC?
We are back. We are back.
Did you hop in already?
I'm hopping in right now.
All right, it's at 5. I hopped in.
All right, so if anybody's here with us, we are here on Drafters. Go check out Drafters, drafters.com. Get signed up with our promo code TSA Bets on initial deposit. Get matched up to $100. Hop into some of these drafts with us. We are waiting for this to fill. Right now, they only got the $20 drafts. But if we look at that contest,
20 rounds.
500,000 to first, man. 500K to first. Woo, that's life-changing money. Lost all those viewers, man. We had 97 viewers and everyone left. It's all good.
Was it that high? I thought it was. I mean, I didn't look at the. I looked after I came back from my break, and it was at 88, and it's been at 88. So I just figured that's where it was at.
It was a show for you.
Appreciate everybody joining us.
What is the show for you right now?
88.
Oh, see, maybe it's different for me because I logged out. I don't know why now. It's only showing 4 for me. So I guess when I logged out, I don't know, being weird for me. So it is what it is. We're here to hang out. We're here to party. It's late night. Let's get some Drafters After Dark going, baby.
We only need 3 or 4 more, and this thing will be underway.
I tried to do one last night to stay awake when I was driving home. Low key, that's not okay, but I had to try to stay awake, dude. I was so tired.
You didn't answer my phone call, but you did a draft. That's
I
great.
couldn't. The girl was sleeping. I didn't want to be, talking on the phone while she sleep. That's somewhat courteous. That was cool.
I usually if I slap myself in the face like pretty good when I'm.
Hey, I was doing that too. Don't worry, man. I was doing that too. Yeah, say Chef sees it. He says he only sees. All right, yeah. Now it's up to 91. So it must be a bunch of people over on Twitter watching.
Yeah, YouTube. It's low.
Get on the YouTube. Get on the YouTube, man. We're here on the YouTube. I think we got a banner for that. Bam. Come hang out with us on the Sports Affiliation YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notifications while you're at it. Come kick it with us. Carla's show is about to start up on Wednesday. She's about to have 2 shows again. Now she's had 2. One of them's going to be doing Zumba shows too, man. Ugh, that girl is going to be on a roll. Joe's got 2 shows. Rick's got 2 shows. Oh, I mean, Joe and Rick kind of share a show. So I'd say they have 2 shows each.
We do have 2 shows.
A lot of work goes into them shows. I guess you got 3, Joseph. Monday night.
Yeah, I'm going to be on vacation, though. I may as well tell the audience now. July 13th to July 20th, we are going to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, taking the kids there. I believe we're staying at least 3 days. That's from my knowledge. I should know this offhand, and then the vacation ends with Scott Fish Bowl 15 in Foxborough, Mass. So I probably won't be on Monday mocks. Maybe I'll still draft. Maybe I'm not going to bring any equipment with me or anything like that. So it's like a family vacation and take a few days off of doing this, but I'll be back.
Man, August is grind season. Woo. We got the expo coming up.
I can't wait for August.
We'll be talking about that soon. We got that booth, so I got to get stickers ordered. We got to get some shirts ordered. I got to get the expo shirt up on the website too. 2 more spots left. 2 more spots left. Let's get this filled. What jersey you got behind you?
That is Polka Stars 2006 World Series of Polka Team jersey. I earned it for winning a seat.
Oh. Also, if you are headed to the expo, which is in Canton, Ohio, it's technically the second weekend in August. I think the first weekend's like the second, so it's like immediately in August. But technically, it's the second weekend in August, Friday through Sunday. Some of us get there on Thursdays, but it's in Ohio in Canton, Ohio. It's the weekend after the Pro Bowl. It's an extremely amazing time. Pretty much anybody you can think of from the industry is going to be there. It's a huge party. Plus, they do a lot of drafting, a lot of stuff like poker tournament. They're going to have a golf tournament this year. They do bags. They do beer pong tournaments. But yeah, it's a hell of a time. And then there's a big expo on Sunday. But yeah, we get there on Thursday night. We're gonna be doing some bowling. Probably get some pizzas going, some pizzas and beers. So it should be a good time. Get your tickets though, right? We got promo codes down here. TSA Fam 10 gets you $10 off your ticket. If you're in the Ultimate Package tickets, I know Joe got into the Ultimate Package. I know he's doing the is it the Ultimate Fan Package?
Yeah. I think it's the whatever. I don't know what it costs now, but yeah, I think it's not the big one. It's the one below that. The second one. There's three options. There's the standard, the middle one, and the first one where you get the meet and greet. And I didn't do that. I'm in the middle. I got but I'm in the Fans Classic. I got a T-shirt. 2 T-shirts out of it, Fans Classic T-shirts, and I'm in the Fans Classic.
Chefs, yeah, I forgot about karaoke on Sunday night. Woo! It's a good time. There's so much that goes on. It's nonstop. I'm gonna tell you, last year, the amount of people that I talked to, the amount of about walking around, dude. By Sunday night, I couldn't talk or walk. I was so tired, and I every year I drive there from Minneapolis, so it's like a 12-hour drive there and back. But Monday morning's nice because I sleep until about 9, and I just take off and drive. But usually we don't get to bed on Sunday morning until about 5 a.m. or I should say Monday morning. Everyone's up on the patio at the DoubleTree, hanging out, kicking it, talking, reminiscing. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of fun.
It's like the handful of days we get to meet each other every year in person, right?
Man, it's like a to me, the way I would consider it, like think of a family reunion where like everybody gets along and everybody has the same interests. It's pretty, and there's nobody that's off limits, man. Like you could be talking to anybody. Like I was 2 years ago. What's up, Tip? 2 years ago, man, I picked up Scott Angle, and we had a night where it like downpoured on a Friday night, and we were all like stuck under this little area, and I got caught up talking to Scott Angle and Andy Behrens, like just kicking it with them. And then Andy Behrens that was the year where I think he killed Chubb. Like he changed Chubb to like his first overall pick that year, like right in front of us. Ronnie Evans was pestering him and was like, "Change your pick to Chubb." So he changed his first overall pick to Chubb in his ADP. I remember that. It was pretty funny. That was the year that Chubb went down.
We've been stuck on the last two for like 5 minutes, almost 10, but 6
Well,
minutes.
it dropped down to 3 left, and then it went back up to 2. I'd love to get it filled. All right, 1 left. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Chef says he'll be wearing masks.
Kyla's first show is July 9th for her first show back, right?
Yes, because it's the Wednesday after the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then her next one is the 12th, I think she said.
Yeah, it is.
I hope not, because that's the day I'm hosting this. You might have to do that. You might have to host that, because I'm hosting Scott Fish that day. And you'll be No, yeah. If it's on a Saturday, is her show on a Saturday? You know more about it, I think, than I do.
Oh, there we got it filmed, right?
Yep. I'll have to look, because dang it, I hate being here.
I think it's a Friday. I think she said Friday.
You're at 12. Chef's at 4. Who else is in here? Anybody we know?
Where's the notes? I have the notes.
Yeah, we'll have to get together here soon. Talk. More shows, man. More shows coming. I know JR is going to be hiatus for a little bit with basketball, but I hope he comes back soon to talk about some WNBA, because I'm telling you right now, man, the Lynx have been absolutely on fire. When you got 2 of your players both scoring over 20 points a game. Last night they went over 106. They're scoring like the NBA.
July 11th. It's July 11th, Friday.
Right. What time?
8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 8 p.m.
Eastern, right?
Yep.
Got the beats. All right. I'm ready to draft.
So what do you think? Do you think Jamar Chase is the clear-cut consensus one? Like, do you think that you can survive if you don't take Jamar Chase at 1?
I think it's another year that I'm trying to get Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow if I'm at the 1 spot. If I can get it, because, if Joe Burrow's healthy, man, I think he can go over 50 touchdowns this year.
If they're all healthy. Higgins, Chase, and Burrow, yeah.
And we talked a little bit about Taj Brooks. Like, I think, I don't know. He doesn't catch the ball as much, but you got Chase Brown and him. If they want to keep Chase Brown healthy, I think they play him. I mean, I think that offense can be really good, and the defense might not be as good if they don't sign Trey back.
Chef goes CD at 4.
I don't hate on it, man. If Dak Prescott's healthy, CeeDee Lamb he could be the number 1 receiver. He has that kind of upside. See, Chef says CD number 1. I can't hate on it, man. It's all outcomes are there, man.
CD was number 1. He was going number 1 in some drafts last year.
He was my number 1 receiver last year. But Dak Prescott, being Dak Prescott, fuck. Please let him fall to me. Do not auto pick. Take Christian McCaffrey. Please take Christian McCaffrey. Do not auto pick. Do not auto pick. He's gonna auto pick, dude. I'm gonna have to pivot, I think. He's definitely auto picking. Damn it, dude. What the? Yes. It's either him or Genty, so I'm taking Neighbors. That's what I wanted. Yeah, dude. If Dak stays healthy this year, the upside is massive for CeeDee Lamb. And they just got what the hell? What's his name from the Steelers?
Nico just went. Go Drake London, Derrick Henry from the 12 spot. I'm not really a big fan of the 12 spot, like, ever. I don't know why. I like to build my team around better players. Not that these guys are bad, but
George Pickens. That's what I was thinking of.
Henry, London.
I like Henry. I like London.
Now I get to watch all the players come off the board.
All right. I guess here's going to be my share of. Damn it. I don't want to collect. I don't ever want to. I'll go HN. I don't have any shares. We're going to try it. If there's some kind of thing that happens, like you guys, everyone's kind of talking about, maybe they're just kind of giving up. I like AJ Brown. Man, it was crazy, dude. I got him in Scott Fish in like the 3rd or 4th round. Let's see.
Super flex or any flat, like all the players fall with the quarterbacks.
It's not even super flex though. You know, it's really.
I know that, but almost everybody's still taking 2 quarterbacks. I think.
I'm waiting. I take one and I wait. There's no point. Like I want a guy that's going to get me enough points that I'm going to start, and then I just want other players that are going to score a lot of points. Like just give me every single number 1 wide receiver on every team. I'll take that. Who's going to score the most points on each team? If they're available, I'm taking them.
Wow. We just let this guy get Bijan and Bowers.
Oh shit! I didn't realize Bowers was still there.
What just happened? This guy better follow through with that now. There's no way there's that many of those. Bijan Bowers.
That's all right. I'm okay not getting Bowers. It's a nice little Bijan Bowers could be great. Could be great.
That's a really good stat. Lamb Wilson, I've seen a lot of that. It's a good stat.
All right, let's see.
Spence 23 with the Barkley, AJ Brown, Philly stack.
Yeah, my first 3. Oh, dude, my first 4: Gibbs, Neighbors, Brown, JSN. That's how I started Scott Fish. Herbert in the 5th. So I'm okay. I'm pretty happy with it.
That's a good stat too. Chase Higgins, McBride, in the 1 spot. Let's see what he does. With the Bijan, Bowers, Marvin Harrison.
Bing.
On the clock.
Ooh. I'll go JSN. Give me the number one receivers on teams. Who's going to get a lot of targets? So I wanted neighbors. We were talking about earlier, right? How many targets do you think he's going to get? What did he have last year?
170.
Yeah, that's insane. Like if you can catch 120 balls, even if you're catching 110 of those balls, like if your percentage is terrible, like that's it. That's crazy. It's full PPR. That's 110 points alone from catches. It's more than that though. What did he have last year for catches?
Did Brees Hall and Jaden Daniels at the turn.
I like it. Dude,
I don't have a lot of Daniels. I do have. I remember picking him like maybe 3 or 4 times, but I've done a lot of drafts, so I definitely need to get some more of him.
I'd say this is pretty different for me too. I don't think I have a neighbors HN, JSN, DJ Moore. Like that's definitely something different. Let me see. We can look at shares. Shaheed's my number one, 51%. Got a lot of Brees Hall. That's why I passed on him. A lot of Brian Thomas in the first round.
This guy's gonna get Burrow over there in the one spot. Somebody's gonna snipe him. No, I hope not. Chase, Higgins, McBride is a pretty good start, and then you add in Burrow, obviously.
You better get Burrow, dude. I think that's a winning team right there.
Yeah.
Damn, he's getting him. That's easy.
Yeah.
Smash that and Kamara. If he passes on him, dude. Please pass.
Yeah, Kamara would have been a good one. Yeah, instead of J-Mo, he should have went Kamara. I agree.
You got Burrow, though. That's an easy smash.
They're a little early for J-Mo.
Yeah, it's, I guess, best ball strategy.
Yeah.
Huge upside spike weeks. Pickens a good pick. Good. Chef, that's a good pick. Ridley, we were talking about him earlier. Come on. Ooh, Save Flowers, good pick. Yes. Kamara's still here. Let's go. Neighbors, H-N, JSN, DJ Moore, Kamara. I like this start. It's a little rough here.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean,
the wide receivers dried up quick there. That was a lot of wide receivers in that round. Gotta go Debo with Jaden Daniels, no?
Yeah, why not?
And then Olave in the 6th.
Where do I want to go here? All right, thank you. You just made my pick a little bit easier. Kinda. Actually. I'm going to go David Montgomery. Thought about going receivers. I want guys. I was looking at Connor or Montgomery, some guys that can score touchdowns. Otherwise, there's going to be some receiver here that's going to get a lot of catches.
Well, I guess I have five shares of Jaden Daniels, 12%. It's more than I thought I had.
Let's see who's available at quarterback yet. Oh, we're still good. Let's do some fun.
I think I know where I'm going, hopefully. It's hard to say because there's another 15, 13 more picks to go, but
and make sure if you're over on Twitter or on Facebook, hop over to our YouTube. Come hang out with us. Like, subscribe. It really helps us out. Trying to grow this channel. We're all about having fun, spreading love, spreading knowledge. A lot of really fun things on this channel. So, and all different personalities, which is even better. So you're going to get different perspectives from different players. You're going to see different analysts come onto the channel. You're going to see, Joe plays poker, so I think he looks at things differently too when it comes to fantasy football. Rick does his things differently too. Like the way he drafts is different than anybody else that we draft here too. Like he has his players that he really likes. We got Carla on the show, and she's just brings some really she deep dives into some of the people in the industry, so you get to kind of hear the background of where these people come from. There's a lot of fun things on this channel. When we get into the season, we'll have a lot more in depth with fantasy football stuff. We also do watch parties on Sundays. We'll probably get into some drafters maybe before the game, maybe draft some, see if they got any tournaments going on for DFS. But we'll be getting into some more stuff, having some more fun during the season. Website will be popping off a little bit more too. We have a website, sportsaffiliation.com. We also do have some merch. The merch shop is affiliatedswag.printful.me. I'm going to be putting a lot more stuff up on there. I've just been slacking lately and doing a lot of stuff for Scott Fishbowl stuff. So we're getting there. A lot of stuff going on, right, Joe? All about having fun.
Nice. Sorry, I'm like not talking about like I threw a little league 3 innings in the little league in the heat, and I'm like exhausted today.
You good? Do not auto pick. I was another guy I like that a lot. I like Laporta, but I think I'm gonna go Josh Downs. We need another good receiver. I can find a tight end later. This is really far down for Laporta to fall. I really hope he falls to you.
I didn't even see that. It's a good call. I had other plans, but I don't know. Maybe
He's
I
falling,
have to take him.
falling. It's crazy.
Matthew Golden.
He just
snipe. Yeah.
How do you take Golden over Laporta? Wow. I just think Downs is gonna be really involved this year. Plus, wide receiver's gonna start drying up here soon. I'm gonna go Hawkinson, man. I don't have any shares.
I got two bye week 12 stacks. That's beautiful. I'm gonna have to put a third stack together.
No.
That's okay. I'm cool with that. It can be done. They actually did pretty good tonight, mainly because I threw strikes.
Throwing strikes on Little League kids?
I must have thrown, I don't know how many pitches. I would say they each get, like, on average, like 4 or 5. And there's 10 hitters, 3 innings. I don't know.
You're throwing some heaters?
No, it's friggin' fun. It's coach pitch. This the 6-year-old. Yeah, no. I wish I was when he gets a little bit older, I'll be out there throwing heaters. Bust out the slider and the knuckleball.
Chef took ETN.
Good pick.
Jordan Mason.
Are you eating body mix or something?
No, dude, goldfish.
That was close.
So good, man. Gotta love fish because they're so delicious. What are you drinking tonight?
Me, I had an old fashioned and peach mango salsa, but other than that, sports affiliation Yeti water.
Tastes so good.
The ice cold Yeti that I fumbled earlier. That's great though. Nothing broke, none of the electronics got wet, and So
That's all that matters.
It could have been worse, and it wasn't on air, right?
This is true. E-man, let's go.
Right? We're in round 9. I guess it's on base.
With 2 tight ends here. Hawkinson, Mandrews. What do you think about that?
Hawkinson, a double tap tight end.
Let me get it. Where you going, Joe?
Cabernet.
Jobs.
And damn, the wide receivers suck. I'm gonna get me a Marvin Mims because he probably ain't gonna be there when he's on the way back. Have the Knicks Mims Ingram thing. Best ball build.
Sweet. I'm going to get this Caleb Williams, DJ Moore stack. I don't have any Caleb Williams. Maybe he has a year.
I'd say he probably outperforms the ADP. Or, he is if you wait and take him.
All right, I don't drink Coke anymore. I haven't had a Coca-Cola since October last year. Pretty good.
Probably a Coke.
Ranch, no, I prefer blue cheese. So that's where I adult a little bit more. But yeah, goldfish, chicken nuggets, that sounds fire, man. And a beer instead of a Coke, let me get it. Add some French fries and some blue cheese. I'm all day. Let's go. I don't like ketchup either. Unless my girl got this one ketchup. I don't like Heinz ketchup, I should say. Heinz sucks. Too much sugar. But she had this stuff that was like jalapeno ketchup, and it was money. Perfect on burgers. We made smash burgers the other night, and it was cold on there, man. It was so good.
Herbert May Prescott, little QB run.
QB run.
Round 10, yeah, I guess that's usually when it happens.
You're going to get a QB here. Probably here.
And then some of them in the 12th round.
This guy doesn't have any right here. You have two teams right now without a quarterback. I only have one.
And you got one team that has 2 with the same bye week.
That's you. And I only have one quarterback.
It's important I land my 3rd quarterback.
There goes one right there.
I'm okay with it.
Probably going to see one
missing
go
out
here.
on him, though.
Danny's going to get nervous and pull the trigger on one. Then Zach's going to grab one. Then Spence is going to grab one. Then Rob's going to grab one. Dude, I'm going to be fucked.
He correlates Goff with J-Mo, right? That's the guy that says J-Mo.
Goes Love, another quarterback. Probably not one here. Probably not the one there. Chef might take one. Dude, No, Beldon, Luther. There he goes, Luther. I like him for late season.
Where are we? Luther Burden. Okay.
Zach's got to take a quarterback. Or is he going to let it ride? Nope, there goes McCarthy. I was hoping he came back to me, you son of a gun. I'm going to go a different route now.
You stacked Purdy and Kittle. Is that even a good idea? What do you think of that, JC?
I mean, why not? Kittle just got paid. He does really well, but
Because there's a lot of teams that have George Kittle that have or have one or two better quarterbacks. I don't know.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about 30, period.
It's possible, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just don't think. I don't know. Purdy, I guess, is underrated, right? For fantasy. I know he doesn't get enough credit as an NFL quarterback. I actually think he is a good NFL quarterback. But like for fantasy football, I don't know.
I took Stroud. Maybe he bounces back this year, but I don't know. I doubt it. Penix is good.
I have Drake London.
I couldn't take him anyways. I got by week 5.
I'll just say. Do I need another wide receiver? Or running back? There's no good running backs there. Give me Tillman.
Tillman, no.
Round 12, Ty Warren's pretty good too.
Let me get some Ray Davis.
I need it. I got 5 wide receivers. The wide receivers are definitely my weak point. That's why I had it. I feel like
I took some solid receivers, so I kind of, faded them.
They went fast.
Yeah, they went real fast. So you're gonna have to find some late round bloomers,
I know. I know who to target, but I mean, the rest of my team is pretty solid, like real solid. Henry and Brees Hall. Probably get another running back too. They only get 3 running backs. So. This is what stinks about having the 12th pick. I hate the 12th pick.
Yeah, it's rough. The turn is tough.
You wait, and then when it's your turn, everything's gone. Like
you wait, disappear. You're like, no.
Although it's not a terrible team. I got nice stacks. Let's see how it turns out. I don't know. It's definitely a best ball build. I wouldn't take this into a managed league.
Well, that's where the thing is, you build these differently. Best ball is way different than a redraft.
Although Olave doesn't have very much best ball value, I know that. His ceiling hasn't been the greatest. He gets volume, but
who's gonna be the quarterback? Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, that's why he's in the 6th round. Mims. I think Mims is boomer bust. He's a great best ball pick. I don't think he's going to be consistent enough to trust in a regular fantasy lineup every week, though. if you could pick the right matchups, well, like, as a bye week filler maybe, but like I see him having a solid season for best ball.
Couple tight ends going there.
Dak, I agree with. Yeah, Chef. Dak is definitely can finish. He can finish top 5 if he plays every game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not that high. It'll probably be like 6 or 7, but he could finish top 5. Optimal conditions. If Javonte Williams somehow becomes a really good, reliable running back again, I like his chances for top 5.
Ooh, Kyle Pitts.
That was on my build.
Kyle.
Team is weird. Mixing a Rico Dowdle.
There goes Thielen. Hunter Henry.
I like it. It's a good pick. I'd argue that he has a real good chance of still being the number 2 target on the team. A top two target, I should say. So I can see, somebody other than Diggs. Diggs is going to do all right.
He should.
I think it's everybody else's kind of it's going to be sporadic all over the place. I think Hunter Henry and Diggs will be the only consistent target earners. Still, until I see
Travion could be a consistent target. He could be
yeah, absolutely. He will be involved as well. But I'm saying for like wide receivers and tight ends, I don't I see Kyle Williams doing good, but like it's going to be in spurts. I don't think it's going to be consistent. And that's not saying that Henry's going to go nuts, but he's probably going to have some nice games.
Yeah, I think I'm buying in on Kyle Williams long term, not like immediately.
I mean, we could be wrong. He could just come out and flat out kill it because Drake May is good.
He is good.
And because Diggs is being, the good veteran that he knows how to be when he wants to.
I hope he can. because he's a jabroni sometimes too.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, stop flipping out on your quarterback and your other receivers. Diva mentality. Pat Bryant goes. Chubb goes. Cam Ward. So Chef gets his third quarterback.
Wide receivers are friggin' bleak.
Got my eyes on two guys. hmm.
Three quarterback, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 2. I'm at 3, 4, 5, 2 build right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm at too.
3 quarterback.
Me as well. Here goes Beck. He was one of my receivers.
Wow.
I'll take Noel to go with my Stroud.
We just got sniped on Mason Taylor.
Patty Frymuth.
That guy, I don't have any of him yet. And give me Chig.
Chig.
Chig, Agram, and Pitts. Three tight ends.
Why don't you take Ertz instead of Chig?
Because Chig is great at best ball play. And I have Engram and Pitts. I don't think Ertz.
He fits in with you. You have Jaden Daniels.
I know, no, but Debo Samuel's there now. Ertz isn't gonna.
Great, dude. What he was last year.
I think his fantasy is gonna take a hit this year.
Oh, dude, he
his
did
great. His ceiling, yeah, I know.
Yeah, 25, 21. Dude, he had some good big weeks. For an old guy, I love him and that.
No, I wanted Mason Taylor, but I'll go with Chig. I'm not. Ertz is somebody I haven't been targeting.
Give me Ertz. Give me Ertz until his legs fall off. He's like Derrick Henry to me, but in what the 16th round at tight end.
I had him in the year that I had a big finish. He was my tight end, and I had Derrick Henry too. It's funny. What are you just talking about the roster? Zach, that was the year he had 116 catches for Philadelphia. But I know he's good. I get it, but I just think that the offense has more options now with Debo there, and McLaurin's not going anywhere. And
I don't know. I still think that we saw, in Kyle Shanahan's offense, we still saw Kittle eat while Debo was eating. So
we'll see. A lot of things went right for Washington last year.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Jaden's the truth, man. I think he's the truth.
I know. Well, I'm interested to see his year two, and I think he's going to be just fine because when he was coming into the league, I consider him to be like a slightly better Lamar, and it's kind of holding true so far. But year two is a different story when the defenses now have like a different approach on you, and he had a great karma was on his side last year. Is it going to continue? Is he going to avoid things of adversity again? I mean,
Richard Smith.
I'm not talking in-game adversity. I'm talking like stuff that affects the team in the locker room and whatnot. But we'll see.
Jawan Johnson.
I like Washington, so I'm always rooting for them.
One of the two running backs is going to fall to me, so sweet.
What round are we in? 17?
17, yeah. I'm at a 3-5-6-3 build right now. Tyler, get shook.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Oh, Richardson goes. Dang, I was hoping he came back. I was going to take him as my fourth quarterback. Ray McLeod.
Kareem Hunt, round 18.
Damn, dude. Shit. There's another guy.
I guess they have Ford, same style of pick. Tutu Atwell.
Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go Tyler Lockett. If he's got any juice left in the tank. Adam Thielen did. Cam Ward, he might be dependent on his two veterans. Just give me a couple if you can give me some flex weeks, I like it.
Theo Johnson. Oh wow! I found a wide receiver I like actually.
Way down.
No. Let me see. Way down from the original top, sure. Get creative in these last two picks.
So who's Rick got on tomorrow? Let's see. Let me send me a message. Give back show. Gary Van Dyke is on tomorrow. I gotta get that graphic made for tomorrow. I'm going to bed. After I raid the fridge.
Yep. Jake Bobo. That's up. I'm looking at the list right now.
I love Jake Bobo. He had an insane catch. Was it last year, 2 years ago, in the end zone? On the sideline. There goes Malik Washington. He was on my radar.
I'm taking a super deep one. You'll see. I always do super deep in the 19 and 20. Specifically 20. Round 20. Whose turn is it, yours?
Uh-huh.
Do I have them both keyed up? I do. One of them is on is just
Jalen Royals went. Damn.
As a standalone player. The other just adds to a stack, but it's a very highly unlikely outcome that this player becomes relevant. But you never know. I don't know. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna pick him. He's too deep.
Yeah. Pick him.
Fine, I will. Where is he? Lost him now. I took him out of the queue.
Oh, you went Taj Brooks, Kareem Hunt? That's great. You're up.
I know. I'm going to take this one just to buy myself some more time.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
KJ Osborne. I love KJ Osborne. He was amazing for Minnesota. But dude, the reason I fell in love with him because I was playing Madden, and he was just like this young kid, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And he never, ever, ever, ever dropped a ball when I threw it to him. And I was like, "Okay, this guy's always going to be on the field." And that's how he was for real. He never dropped the ball. I'm low key thinking about going another tight end.
My draft is done. I got at quarterback, I got Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix. At running back, I got Derrick Henry, Brees Hall, Zach Charbonnet, Rico Dowdle, Taj Brooks, and Kareem Hunt. Wide receivers, Drake London, Debo, Chris Olave, Marvin Mims, Cedric Tillman, Deontay Thornton, Elijah Moore, KJ Osborne. I got the Washington stack. What can I say? Tight ends, Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts, and Chig. So I notable stacks. I have Penix, London, Pitts stack. I have a Bo Nix, Marvin Mims, Evan Ingram stack. I have a Jaden Daniels, Debo, KJ Osborne stack. A decent little best ball squad and surrounded by two premium running backs, Derrick Henry and Brees Hall. So and then I get to Shabs. The running backs are fragile if something happens. But when you take two running backs early within the first four picks, you got to kind of go with it and rely on them. You don't want to overdo it after that. I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but you want to lean into it as much as you can throughout the draft and try to fill in the rest of your roster. JC, you?
So I would,
done yet?
Yeah.
Terrence Ferguson, is that who you took?
Yep.
Nice. That's a good last pick.
So notable stacks, I got Caleb Williams with DJ Moore, CJ Stroud. I went with Jalen Noel and Sam Darnold and JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. I kind of went with the double stack here on tight end with TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, but then late round guys, Zach Ertz, Terrence Ferguson. I don't know, maybe some upside play there. Receivers, my strong Malik Neighbors, JSN, DJ Moore, Josh Downs. I feel like that's a strong 4 to where I can be. And, none of them have the same bye week, so that's kind of strong, I feel. Quentin Johnson, Jalen Noel, Tyler Lockett. Some upside guys. Likewise, nobody on the same bye week there. Davon Achan, Alvin Kamara. I think it's a fun 1-2 stack for just guys that can be elite. David Montgomery is going to be a guy who scores touchdown. Ray Davis, we saw him have some big games. We don't really know. Cook doesn't want to play, or I don't know. He's kind of being a baby. Dylan Sampson, Coach was talking about him earlier. He's a huge, really, really good fit in Cleveland. And Merritt was just kind of like a Krosky Merritt's a dart throw. So I don't know. I just kind of went with guys that I don't really have a lot in this one. So it was an interesting, fun little draft, I think.
Kamara at 57 is pretty good. Late round. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, late round 5, right?
Ready to get out of here? That was
yeah. Been a long day.
Appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. We'll do some more drafters, here and there. We'll sprinkle some drafters in. Like I said, tomorrow night we got Rick's show, the Give Back show. So come hang out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's a good time talking charity leagues. Joe, what do you got going for? Are you doing a Wednesday show for Ace?
Yeah. Rick Avery's coming on with I believe Matt Wood. Matt hasn't confirmed yet, but at least Rick's coming on. I think they'll both be on, but we're gonna talk about Scott Fishbowl, and Rick's got his rankings, and he has a model that he uses for projections, and we're going to talk about a little bit about that and kind of hype up the live event.
Chef, you always crush it. We already know that. What do you got going on Thursday?
Thursday, I believe we have. It's the guest that we were supposed to have last week, and we flipped the date with him and Tip. I gotta look at it. Is it Mike Waller?
It might be. I can't remember. I just remember you guys telling me Tip was last week. That was a great show.
I think that's who it is. I just didn't want to say a name and have it be wrong. That's all.
All right. Well, be on the lookout for shows throughout the week. It's going to be it's getting closer and closer to the season. Scott Fish is rolling. The slow drafts haven't started yet. The offline drafts haven't started yet. So we are going to be doing another Scott Fish Bowl mock draft next Monday as well. So if you want to hop into that, let one of us know. You can check us out on Twitter. I'm at JC Money Design, and Joe is at points by Han Carlton, right below him there. But like I said, we're going to get out of here. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. It's been a great night. Long night. Mondays usually are, but we ride. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.
Good night, guys.